It's the first week of October in England, and this is the time when the maples start to turn these beautiful autumn hues. The maple is one of my favorite species for making bonsai because they go through changes of color right through the year. In early spring the leaves are one color, in the summer it's another color, and in the autumn it turns into these beautiful vivid red hues. These are trees that we grow for making bonsai or for growing as garden trees, and you can see that they're all turning color now. Some haven't turned yet, but most of them will turn red. The red color of the maple leaves, like most of the other deciduous trees that turn autumn colors, is caused by the sugars in the leaf being ripened by the sun, and that's what causes it to turn red. That, very simply put, is the theory behind the coloration of deciduous trees which turn this lovely color. Sometimes maples may not turn this lovely color, but you can get this problem. This is also a maple, but as you can see, the tips of the leaves have curled up and the tree itself is not turning a very good autumn color. This can be caused by a number of reasons. This is another example. As you can see, the leaf is not perfect. It is a bit blemished. This is usually caused by either the sun being too hot, burning the tips of the leaves. We've had a very hard summer this year, and the heat of the sun will have burnt some of the leaves when we forgot to water them in time. So this is usually caused by leaf scorch. But it is also said that not all clones of maples have this wonderful color, and some maples can have this as an inherent weakness, or it's in the genes of the trees that they don't turn red. Another problem which you may also get, now this is I think a Deshojo group, and if you look at it, the leaves are fairly perfect, but there are some faint patches of white or gray in it, and this is caused by mildew that can affect the leaves when you have watered too much. So this is a problem you can get sometimes. Different maples have different colors. This one is called Kihachijo, so the red is a very vivid red, but it's got touches of yellow and orange in it as well. So as you can see, just a small selection of maples, you can see how the color varies, the autumn color varies tremendously. This is a very, very old Japanese maple that I imported from Japan about 30 or 40 years ago. As you can see, the trunk must be at least 12 or 15 inches across at the base, and it's got a beautiful taper, and this tree is turning this lovely red color, and the leaves are in fairly good condition. This is also a very, very old bonsai. As you can see, the trunk again is massive at the base, but the color hasn't started turning yet. But the edges of the leaves have been scorched, and this scorching has happened during the very hot summer that we've had. There's another reason for why the scorching has occurred, and this is because when the tree was starting to get its new leaves, this maple was kept in the greenhouse and protected for a while. And when it was brought out into the hot sunshine, the leaves, being soft, got scorched, and this is what happened. Sometimes the scorching can get so bad that we will have to cut all the leaves off and start all over again. Also, this tree hasn't turned red yet, and probably it may not turn red completely because I kept it in shade for quite a while during the growing season and then suddenly brought it out in the sun. So when you don't let a tree have enough sunshine, they may not get the redness in the autumn because it hasn't had a chance to let the sun ripen the leaves to turn them red. This is one of our very large trident maples. The trident maple is not strictly a Japanese maple because it doesn't belong to the Acer palmatum group. The trident maple is called the Acer buergerianum, but they also turn red, but the red of the trident maple is never very intense. So it is this very soft red verging on pink. I thought I would show you this maple. This is a lionhead or Shishigashira maple. As you can see, the leaves are very tight. This one hasn't started turning yet, but it will turn. But this one has already started turning red. And the Shishigashira has a very intense red. These small crinkle leaves turn this beautiful red. This is a green dissectum maple, and as you can see, I'm trying to make it into a large bonsai, and this has yet to turn even more red. So this has only just started turning red. It's more orange than red, but it will turn a very vivid red. You must be wondering why, amidst all these beautiful red maples, there is one Japanese maple that is bright green. Well, the reason for this maple staying green is because it has been leaf cut in the middle part of the summer. Around the middle of June, I cut all the leaves off. The reason why I cut all the leaves off was because the hot sun in May and June scorched the leaves and damaged all the leaves. So I cut every single leaf off and let the leaves grow again. And that is why it is still green. It hasn't had a chance to grow completely and mature completely, so it's still green, but I hope that in another 2 or 3 weeks' time, it will turn red. It has been grown in the greenhouse for a while, and because the tree was stressed, I did put it in a tray of moss. And as some of you will know, that there is a trick we call the Peter Chan's moss trick, where we grow the trees in moss just to make the roots regenerate. So this whole tree has been grown in moss to make it strong again. As you can see, it's a beautiful bonsai. So when you leaf cut the maples, they will take longer to turn red, and I hope that it will get a chance to turn red because it hasn't had a very long growing season, and it has been growing in the greenhouse as well. But generally speaking, all the maples should turn beautiful red like this at this time of the year. And that is why maples are so interesting as a species for bonsai. And of course, in the winter time, when they're without their leaves, the tracery of the branches makes them quite beautiful in their own way.